Hi, fifth grade. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all have been working hard this week and have been good for my substitutes. We are going to look over a few questions from the area and perimeter assignment to help you um, as you complete that. So first, look at the side that says perimeter. This is the first three. I know I did the first one for you, so I'm just going to give you a few tips to help you solve these correctly. If you notice, the shapes are labeled by letters. And so there's an A on this side of the rhombus. And so it's actually not a rhombus. The A side is 6 and 51 hundredths yards. So that's why on your assignment, I labeled that side 6 and 51 hundredths. So if you look at number 2, all the sides are labeled A, which means they all measure 5 and 4/10. So actually number 2 is the rhombus. So what I want you to do for number 2, or whichever ones that you have decided to do, I need you to make sure that you label every side by the length. So for number 2, you would label all the sides 5 and 4/10. And then for number 3, you would label the L side 8 and 4/10 on both of them. Let's show you what I mean. So we would put 8 and 4/10 here and here. And then you would put 5 and 9/10 next to the W. Okay, that will help you visualize the lengths of each side. Now remember, when we are looking for perimeter, we are adding all the sides together. So what you're going to do is add up all your sides, and then you're going to write your total next to perimeter, making sure that you label it. I can't remember, there was one of them I ran out of space. And so whatever my perimeter was for number 1, you need to put yards next to your answer. Or for number 2, you'll put in your total perimeter and then you put feet next to it, because that's what they're using to describe the length. What would it be for 3? Inches, right? Okay. My super ugly handwriting. For type, it is looking for the type of shape it is. So obviously this is not a rhombus because A is not the same length as C. And so this is a parallelogram. Well, 3 is a parallelogram with right angles, but not equal sides. So what kind of shape is that? A rectangle, right? Oops. So I know for number 1, the way I solved it is I took 6 and 51 hundredths and I multiplied it by 2, because this shape had 2 sides that were 6 and 51 hundredths. So you can solve it that way if you like. That's a 5, by the way. And then I took 8 and 8/10 and multiplied that by 2. And then I added my answers together to get my perimeter. You can do that, or you can, just like for number 2, if they're all 5 and 4/10, you can add 5 and 4/10 up 4 times. So whatever is easier for you. If you want to multiply then add, you can. I think there are a few shapes that may not work. Honestly can't remember right now, but um, whatever's the best way for you to find perimeter, if it's adding up all the sides this way or multiplying by 2, however many sides that are the same length, you can do it that way too. Okay, so let's look at area really fast. If we're looking for area, what are we going to do? We are going to multiply length times width. So that's why it is important to label your sides. Now this time, since we're not multiplying all the sides together, we're only multiplying 2 things together, you only have to label the sides that are already labeled by the letter. So if S is 5 9/10, you need to put 5 9/10 next to each S. And then if we're multiplying, we are going to multiply 5 9/10 times 5 9/10. Okay? Because you multiply this number times this number, just like if it were an array. Okay, that's how we're going to solve this. This one's a little simpler, no decimals. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to multiply the length times the width. So 5 times 5. Making sure we label it, our answer, and then put the measurement. This time we're going to put squared. Remember, because the area counts the squares. And so you're going to put feet and then a little 2 above the unit. And also for type, well, if every single side is the same, what kind of shape is this? And it has right angles. Well, it's a square. Okay. So you're going to put the quadrilateral type under the word type, and then on the top you're going to put the total area and then label it by the measurement. Don't forget to put, I think this is the one where I didn't have room to put millimeters. So don't forget to put the little millimeters and then put squared. Okay. When you are done, put your assignment in the tray. I've done one for you. There's 9 total on each side. So I want you to choose 5 more on each side. So you're going to do 5 more perimeter and 5 more area. Okay? See y'all soon.